And then, so let's get down to the ground. So everything is going to be 5s. We've got about 7 exercises. Everything's going to be in 5 repetitions. Do as much as you can. Follow along as best you can. If you want to take more time in one than another, do that. If you want to pause and do less, that is fine as well. We'll just go through this as a cycle, repeat and repeat again. So we're going to start on the ground, simple movement of knees rocking. So hands on the ground, shoulders back. And again, this is not for time necessarily, but you can go as slow or as quick as you want. Just 5 knees rocking. Head and chest is up. You can take your knees off the ground if you want to for more intensity. And then a bird dog, 5 by 5. Starts pretty simple. Reach out 5 by 5. And then a kick through as best you can. Knees up, roll the hips, kick through, roll the hip, kick through. And again, notice I'm not particularly going fast. I'm just rotating through the movement. The more time you stay in the side, the more challenging it is. Keep your knees close to you. And last one here. Then you're going to walk back for inchworm. Walk forward to plank. Walk back for inchworm. You can have the knees bent or the knees can be straight. Just have the feet wider than hips width to start so you're not all bunched up. After our inchworms, we're going to come straight out and we're going to come into a side arm plank. Drop down. Side arm or forearm plank. Top leg is in front. You can keep the bottom knee down if you need to or want to. We'll do both sides. Top hand behind the head. Rotate and bring your elbow up. Rotate and bring that elbow up. 4 and 5. Switching sides. Forearm down, both legs out, lift those legs, top hand behind the head, down and back up. Four and 5. Come onto your forearms again or stay on both forearms and just shoulder saw. So your head's moving towards your hands, shoulders are going back and forth, moving your body, and 5, and then drop, and we flip. Bring both feet forward. So it's kind of like one of the parts of a Turkish get-up. So your left knee is up, right leg is out. Start with your left hand on your left knee. Just a great location. Right hand will be, or lower hand is anywhere where it works. So hand is back, arm is up. All you're doing is you're going to lift your hips up and reach your hand back and down. Lift up and back. Lift up. You can just do the hip part. You can do the whole arm part. One more time. Lift up and back, and then do the other side. So right knee is up, right arm is up, left leg out, left hand down. Reach up and then back down. Reach up and back down. You've got 3 here and 4 and 5. Good. Round 1. Let's come back to the top. Knees rocking. We're going to do it again for 5 counts, for 5 reps. Starting again, hands and knees. Head and chest is forward. Knees rocking for 5. Again, go at your pace. Breathe through your nose if you want, or you can obviously breathe through the open mouth. Then bird dogs, reaching out, right arm and left arm and right. Four here. 5. Kick throughs, knees up, drop those hips. Five by 5. Inchworms. Go as far back as you comfortably can. Go as far forward as you can. Great stretch on the back. Great mobilization for those hips, ankles, wrists. One more here. Side plank is next. Drop in, forearm. Lift those hips up. Hand behind your head and rotate the torso. Try to keep your hips up. Think of long from your hand to your hips. Switch sides. Take your hand behind your head, open that chest, drop, and lift. Then shoulder saw. On your forearms again. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then kick through, or high bridge kick, overhead reach. Starting with my left knee up, my right hand back, lift up and back down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. So we're going to do it for 30 seconds each movement. So it's your 30 seconds. You do what you want. Do what you're able to do. You're going to do 30 seconds of it, and then you're going to have a 30-second break. Let me reset my timer. 30 seconds on, 30-second break. So again, when you do your 30 seconds, you pace it as you can do it. And so it's not about what I'm doing or about what you think you should be doing. Just move for that 30 seconds. You will have 30 seconds off. So take the 30 seconds that you have off to do whatever you want to. Go get a sip, roll on the ground, breathe for a couple of moments, let yourself reconnect and rest, and then come back in when we start again at 30 seconds. So again, 30 seconds off so you can really kind of give it your all, and 30 seconds on. Starting in 3, 2, knees rocking, and go. Just 30 seconds of knees rocking. Key with knees rocking as best you can. Eyes, head, and chest are forward. Hands are in whatever position, just know where they are. Feet are either curled under or toes can be pointed back. Just different positions elicit different responses in the body. You got about 5 seconds left. Good, you've got a 30-second break. You can grab some water, do whatever you'd like to do. You can roll on your back if you'd like. Just kind of get those hips moving a little bit different. You can sit and chat for a second, talk to yourself, look at your Facebook. You've got 5 seconds. And we're going to do bird dogs and go. Reach out 5. Nice and long. Again, with the bird dogs now, the key with the bird dog is that reach, but not overreaching. Find the length of the forearm, the wrist, the knee, the ankle, push through, and done. Good, kick-throughs. Of course, kick-throughs are a little bit more challenging. Take your time on them. If you want to stretch a little bit more statically in between, you've got about 15 seconds. So again, it's your time. You've got 10 seconds. On the kick through, the key really is just dropping the hip and knee to opposite elbow. So if that's what your baseline move wants to be, that's totally fine. Let's go with kick throughs. Knees up, roll the hip, kick your leg out. Row back and kick your leg out. Again, get tall in the torso. You don't have to go fast necessarily. Maybe even only do the same amount as you did when we did 5 by 5. Or you can go pretty fast if you want. And down. Good. Inchworms are next. I'm going to do a little thoracic rotation. That's a nice complement to the inchworm. You've got 10 seconds before we start our inchworm. I know it's a long break, or seems like it is. Get ready for inchworms in 3, 2, and go. Walk your hands back. The 30 seconds may seem like a long rest, but just allows the body to just kind of reset itself completely, especially because we're not really doing a lot of heavy cardio, so you're not trying to get the heart rate necessarily to readjust. You're just trying to get the brain to readjust and the body to recenter itself. It's okay. Good. And done. Come to side plank. Forearm is down. Good. Again, you've got about 10 seconds. I'm going to do a little cobra here. Head nods. Setting up, you've got about 5 seconds. Side plank with a rotation. Lift those hips up. Hand behind your head. Rotate in. You've got about 5 seconds. And down. Again, I'm going to get on my stomach and I'm going to do some cobras. Just sitting here on my belly, nodding my head, minding my own business. Just gives my head and neck, shoulders, something else to focus on. Lift that chin. Head turns. You've got about 5 seconds. Set yourself up for the second side. Hand behind the head and rotate in. You've got 15 seconds left. We're going to do shoulder saw next. 3, and last one. Drop into your hips. I'm just going to drop my knees right and left. Just think of movement that feels good. Doesn't matter what the movement is, really. The key is moving to feel good, to move better later. All right, let's set up that shoulder saw. And go. Nice and slow and even. Not being a very dynamic move. This feels like it goes on a little longer. You've got 10 seconds. And done. All right. Last ones are those high bridge with the kick through. Get a sip if you'd like. Sorry, high bridge with a reach. 10 seconds. Remember, it's hand is back, leg is out, knee is up, arm is, that's the arm that's going to reach overhead. In 3, 2, and go. Lift the hips up. Track the arm overhead if that works. You've got about 15 seconds. Reach. And then down. Lift those hips up nice and high. And done. Switch to the other side. But we'll still wait 30 seconds. Again, you can grab some water. You can rotate side to side. You can sit. You can practice if you want. You've got 10 seconds. Set up. Breathing, 5 seconds. 3, 2, and go. Lift the hip up. Reach the arm over. Breathing. Pull down and lift up. You've got 10 seconds. Probably one more here. And then down. Good. Let's turn that time. We're just going to again do 5s of each. 5 knees rocking, 5 bird dogs, 5 kick throughs, and so on. Do your best. Do your biggest that's comfortable for you. Give yourself the opportunity to push through a little bit. Maybe keep the knees off for knees rocking. It's only 5. Do your best. Maybe knees off or even bird dogs. Starting again. Setting up in 3, 2, knees rocking. Bird dogs. 5. Good. Kick throughs. Kick through. Last ones each side. Inchworms after this. Last one here, side plank after this. Side plank drop. Hand behind your head. Lift those hips. Elbow in, elbow up. And then switch. Hand behind the head. And down, shoulder saw. And kick throughs. Knees are up, body's nice and tall. Right hand up. Reach, not kick throughs, sorry, I keep calling them kick throughs. High bridge with a reach. Other side. Last one. And pause. Those are a lot on the shoulders. So go ahead and grab your wrists, make a little fist, and then just roll those wrists. And then roll the other way, which will feel probably a little weird. Good. Place your hands on your feet. Hold your top of your toes. Round your upper back. Pull yourself tall. And then round. Push your hands into your feet. Feet into your hands. And then lift your chest up. Again, round your back. Push your feet into your hands. Hands into your feet. And then lift up. Pull. One more time around. Push back, and then pull. So it's kind of like a resisted cat-cow. And then take those arms back. Drop your knees to your left. Drop your knees to your right. Lift up one knee, then the other knee. Lift up one knee, and then the other leg. So one leg stays on the ground. So both legs come up. Then one knee comes up, one knee goes down. So there's a definite kind of a staggered movement to this. It's weird because you just want to let your knees kind of fly from side to side. So just be patient with it. Up, up, down, up, up, down, down. One more time. Good. And then come back up. Take your right leg behind you. Come into that zigzag as best you can, and then hinge forward as best you can. Forearms to the ground. Walk yourself around to your left side. Whole right side is extended, right knee is down, and then without collapsing into the left shoulder, pull that left shoulder in. Take your arms up overhead. Roll up towards your hand if you can. The Candyman can. Candyman can, because it makes a lot of fun to make the world taste good. All right, and then right leg forward, left knee back. Come forward over that right leg. Walk yourself over. Take your top arm up, open up that side waist, reach, and then rotate on this side. Come back up, bring yourself up, and we are done. Done and done.